So one day I was sitting in a park and I was in a beginning stage of my spiritual journey, I should say. And I was going through a lot psychologically, especially with my own existence, my own identity in trying to identify what reality really is. And so I was sitting in a park and I was just kind of just enjoying the day, but sitting there quietly, not really thinking anything, just letting the day be the day. And this tour guide comes along with a group. They're a little ways away, but he's speaking fairly loud enough where I can hear what he's saying. Now, I don't know why he was talking about this very specific thing at the time, but it was matching up with my thoughts. So I listened. And the first thing I heard was him say, "We don't need Jesus, we have the saints." So the saints of Catholicism. And now at the time, I definitely did not respond in the way that I think God would have wanted me to respond in. But I eventually got to where he wanted me. And the thing is, this is the thing we have to ask ourselves about what we believe. Do we believe in Jesus, or do we believe in the people who believed in Jesus? I know nobody really knows who wrote Romans, but I mean, whoever wrote Romans spoke of this. And he was just like, don't do this. Don't believe in the ones baptizing you. Believe in the one you're baptizing for. And that is Jesus. Now, there's a ton of religions out there. And one of the religions is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I can speak on this one because I was born into that religion. Now, the thing about that religion, and you can look up online the contradictions that they have with the with Christianity, because of the Book of Mormon, the Pearl of Great Price, and Doctrine and Covenants. And it's very difficult for me because my parents are from that, despite the fact that one of them doesn't really participate in church at all anymore, and the other one participates in it fully, but I can't follow Moses. I can't follow Joseph Smith. I can't. He's a false teacher. What he brought into this world, the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price, are false documents. And I know it can be hard to separate from something you grew up with, whether it be the Mormon religion or the Catholic religion or the Muslim religion or the Buddhist religion or the Hinduism, and the list goes on. I know what it's like to try to separate yourself from false doctrine, because in the church that I was born into, they are very adamant that Joseph Smith was a prophet, just like Muhammad. And it's hard for me to say Muhammad's wrong and Joseph Smith was right, or vice versa. So the only thing I can do and will say is go to Jesus. Don't go to Muhammad. Don't go to Joseph Smith. Go to Jesus. And the only way to do that is through the New Testament. And for all the Orthodox Jews, this is the question for you. Have you read the Tanakh? Well, I'm sorry. The Tanakh's the oral one. The Torah. Sorry. I get those mixed up every once in a while, speaking wise. I know which one is. When it comes to the Torah, have you read it yourself? Have you read it yourself? And if you haven't, why haven't you? I get it's, oh, I don't need to, that kind of stuff. I know what that's like. And honestly, yeah, you don't need to. I mean, you don't have to. You should. Because if you don't read it, then you can be easily targeted by people who want to take you down the wrong way. And frankly, it's not hard for them, because, and this goes along the lines of all religions, not just the Orthodox Jews. If you don't know the Old Testament, the Torah, then there's a lot of things about the New Testament you're just not going to understand. Now, you can read the New Testament. I don't know how to say it in Hebrew. But if you don't read the Old Testament at any point, reading the New Testament by itself is fine, because, I mean, you just need to know Jesus and having faith in him. But if you want to further your relationship with God, then read the Old Testament. Don't just read the New Testament. Read both. Then you can learn about, you can learn so much. But if you want me to talk more about how my relationship with religion, or you want to hear more of my testimony, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know. But the only testimony that really matters is the testimony of Jesus. Go to Jesus. He loves you. He wants you in heaven. And so do I. And that means that there are things, and this includes myself, that we do that is sinful and we need to stop doing. Now, I've come a long way. Am I perfect? No. But I'm going in the right direction. And I want to see all of you there. I want to see everyone there. It's the reason. My favorite story is when Jesus flips the table. But if you want to know more, leave a comment, leave a like. Hope you all have a blessed day.